Hi, my name is Bill Briwa. I'm a chef instructor at the Culinary Institute of America, and today I'm going to make potato salad. Now, before I dig into that, let me tell you that I think Asian flavors are really popular, and yet you don't really think about Asian flavors and potato salad in the same breath. So, I set myself the task of coming up with a potato salad, everyone's favorite food, that is inspired by the flavors of Asia. Let's get started. So I'm using a medley of small fingerling potatoes in all different colors. They make a really great potato salad, not just because of the color, but because of the fact that they're so small, they cook quickly, and they hold their shape really, really well. I took it as a challenge that we were going to build some Asian flavor into this from the get-go. So I cooked these potatoes in a mixture of water, salt, but then I added miso, soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, and a little mirin. Those things all came together, and you can see it here. It looks almost like a miso soup, and if you taste it, it has some of that same flavor. I simmered the potatoes very slowly and very gently for a long time so that potatoes could do what potatoes do best, and that is absorb flavor. So these potatoes right here have been cut in half now, but they have all the flavor of this wonderful broth. In addition to these potatoes, I'm going to add some sugar snap peas and some julienne carrot, and we'll set that aside. Our next challenge is to think about a dressing. Now, it would be an easy thing to do to take a vinaigrette dressing like this one and put it on there, but that's not particularly Asian. Still in all, this is not a bad place to start. So I'm going to set that aside for a second, and I'm going to create a flavor base that we can add to that vinaigrette. And let me show you what it looks like. It is 1 part of red miso. It is 1 part of soy. It is 3 parts of rice wine vinegar. It's 1 part of mirin, and mirin is a sweetened rice wine, but what you'll notice is that it has a tremendous, almost viscosity, syrupiness to it that will give body to this dressing. And then finally, 1 part of sesame oil. This is roasted sesame oil. Now, I'm going to smooth out the miso. I don't want any lumps. You could easily, if you were doing this on a large scale, put this into the blender and it would be done in a heartbeat. But we'll do it old school here because I'm only making a small amount. Okay, so this is our flavor base that is, in effect, the essence of Japanese food. If I were to taste this, I get a really nice blend of sweet, salty, savory. I get the viscosity of the oil and the mirin. It tastes great on its own, but what we're going to do is marry that with a little bit of vinaigrette that likely you already have in your own kitchen. And suddenly, in short order, I've created an Asian vinaigrette. Now, obviously, when it all comes together, it's not a bad idea to taste it again to make sure you're happy with the flavor. Before I dress it, I just want you to appreciate how beautiful all these colors are. It's a gorgeous looking salad right out of the chute. All right, so we're going to add our Asian vinaigrette to this. And we'll toss it all together. I have some herbs that I'm going to add. This is scallions and some cilantro. We'll hold on to a little bit of that. I think this is a really compelling salad already. Don't forget to season it. I'm going to take and put some of this potato salad onto a platter. Exercise isn't really over yet. I gathered up a couple of different garnishes that I think you might find kind of intriguing. Certainly I've got green onions. We can put those over the top. But take a look. Black sesame is oftentimes a garnish that is used in Japan, not just for its flavor, but the black color makes other colors pop. Here, I've got everybody's favorite snack, wasabi peas, so crunchy and a little bit spicy. If you like it spicier still, here's something called togarashi. Togarashi is a 7-spice, and in there it's got the savory flavor of flaked seaweed. It's got sesame, it's got orange zest, and it's got a number of different chilies. So if you like it spicy, this is not a bad choice. And then finally here, I have included a recipe for pickled mustard seeds, which is one of my new favorite go-to garnishes. And so I'm going to use a little bit of each of these. For the folks that like spicy food, a little bit of togarashi. Just to make the colors pop, black sesame. For a little bit of fun and whimsy, the wasabi peas. And then finally, the pickled mustard seed, which gives you a wonderful crunch. It reminds me a little bit of caviar. And we're going to sprinkle those across the salad so that everybody has the chance to taste it. So you remember what the challenge was. Come up with an Asian flavor-inspired potato salad. We started with fingerling potatoes, a mix of small fingerling potatoes that have absorbed the flavor of this broth. We created a signature Asian vinaigrette to flavor this dish, and then we put together a nice selection of well-chosen garnishes that help tell the Asian story. Try that, see what you think.